Hey everybody, I'm Benjamin, aka the Terrible Australian at surfmastery.com. Welcome to my video review of the biographical comedy drama Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. So let's get right into it. Now, I wasn't sure what to really expect from this film. I sort of seen all the trailers and all that, and it just looked like a film that would definitely be right up my alley in terms of it's sort of like a comedy drama that sort of takes a sort of an interesting and different look at what was going on in Afghanistan back in the early noughties, and having sort of Tina Fey play this real life character, Kim Baker, who was a reporter who was covering the Afghani war during that time. And I thought it'd just make a really interesting film, and also for the fact that in a way, even though it's still a comedy, it's also in a way kind of showing us a different side of Tina Fey in a way of a more sort of dramatic side as well, because even though there are a lot of really funny moments in it, there's also a bit of a dramatic side to it as well. And I have to say I really enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was pretty well handled. The film had, I think, first and foremost, like when it came to its tone, sort of balancing that sort of comedy and drama aspect. I think the film did a really good job of sort of conveying that without sort of one or the other being too jarring or in tone. So, like, I guess in a way, foremost, it's kind of more of a drama than a comedy, but both halves end up working quite well, and it's actually a pretty interesting film in its own way, and also had a pretty solid cast as well. And Tina Fey, even though there are kind of shades of, her own personality into the character, but I thought she still did a really good job with her performance. And I would say, in fact, this is probably her best performance that she has done so far in her career. Whether the film itself is one of her best, I'm not sure, but in terms of performances, I thought she did a really good job here. We sort of found following her character's journey from the beginning of the film to the last, and how she changes by everything that's going on and the people she meets, and I just found it really compelling. And also the supporting cast with Aussie actress Margot, Robbie, and Martin Freeman, Alfred, Molina, and Bob Thornton all give solid work in this film, and also Christopher Abbot as well, who I thought was pretty solid. So everyone in the cast did really well with what they were given with their roles, but it really, at the end of the day, is Tina Fey's show. And also, it's really well directed by, and I'm probably going to butcher these guys' names, so forgive me. The directors are Glenn Ficarra and John Requa. I probably butchered their names, so forgive me. They previously made the films like I Love You, Philip Morris, Crazy Stupid Love, and Focus. And I really enjoyed those films a lot as well. And I thought this one is definitely in their sort of wheelhouse as well, because in a way, some aspects are kind of like, with the tone and all that, sort of balancing that sort of comedy and drama aspect. It did really remind me of their first film, I Love You, Philip Morris, in that regard. And also the script, which was written by Robert Charlock, was really well written, and I just thought it was a really solid film. There are, of course, some aspects with it I kind of wish the film did explore a little bit more as well, in terms of all the events that sort of were happening at that time, and because I think that sort of period is really fascinating. I mean, with the Afghani war and all that in the early noughties, and our sort of the US troops occupying there to stop the Taliban. So all that stuff is really fascinating, and the film does a pretty solid job sort of showing that, but I kind of wish there was a bit more to it. But overall, I thought it was an enjoyable film. Nothing more, nothing less. So, and if you're a big fan of Tina Fey's, I'd definitely say it's worth a watch as well. It's definitely one of her best performances. So overall, if I have to give Whiskey Tango Foxtrot a rating, I give it a solid 3.5. So yep, that's the end of my video review of Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. See you, everyone.